It's a great song.
Hello. Oh, we're live.
Thanks to ORCHAD for
Why
that.
are you
Yeah.
You're always surprised.
Yeah, because
It's not like you've been here before. What? There's a camera?
oh shit. Yes, this is a nice song. I like it. Thank you to ORCHAD.
Yes.
Shout out.
Great song. Great theme.
Yes, thank you for that a lot. This is another episode of The Intellectuals. I'm your host Poseidon, and I got my co-host over here, Mr. Grasso. How you been?
I'm great. Good day to you, sir.
Good.
Hello,
Good day
everybody.
to you. Good day to you as well, mate.
Oh, mate. Yeah, we're already Australian. Let's go to Hungry Jack's. That's Burger King.
Oh, okay. That's the Burger King of Australia.
Because somebody bought the rights to the name Burger King before. And then by the time Burger King came over, the guy's like, give me $1 million. They're like, fuck you. In Australia, Burger King is called Hungry Jack's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's exactly the Whopper, the logo, everything.
Oh,
It's
shit.
called Hungry Jack's. It's exactly
It's
the same.
exactly like
It's
Burger King.
exactly Burger King, just that the name outside says Hungry Jack's. Even the lettering. Even
But-
you could get your Hungry Jack's crown.
But they can't. Burger King can't sue them.
It's the same company, you fucking retard.
Ah,
Burger King,
Is Hungry Jack's.
in Australia, the rights to the name Burger King, nothing happened. Because Burger
Okay,
King became
okay, I
Hungry
get it.
Jack's.
okay.
It's in their...
But it's still Burger King that runs Hungry Jack.
I think that in
own
Australia,
Hungry
yeah,
Jack's. It's just
Hungry
another
Jack's
name.
doesn't even know that in America it's called Burger King. Probably, that's how much it's Burger King in their head. It's Hungry Jack's. Like they'll come here and they'll say, "Look, Hungry Jack's is called Burger King over here." That's weird.
You just ruined Poseidon's life, by the way. Look at
Interesting.
it. I don't know why
Interesting.
this is so hard for him to get.
I don't know.
You know, in Greece, Zorba the Greek was actually named John. That's ridiculous.
That's stupid.
All right. By the way, we saw a crazy story that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a way to go!
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
He's referring to a grave digger was buried alive and killed.
The Undertaker!
In the state of New York.
Yeah. Looks like literally just above New York. I forgot where, but it's maybe like
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Rochelle or something.
Yeah, and
42 years old, my age. And so whose fault is that now? Is it the cemetery or an act of God? Literally.
I don't know. I think sometimes just shit happens, bro.
Also, how can you say if it's the cemetery's fault? We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Well, because usually what do you call a pipin? Here, it's a Quebec
What's a
word.
pipin?
A pipin, like the tractor that digs that hole for you.
Oh, like a vroom vroom claw.
Yeah, that's exactly the technical term.
The vroom vroom claw. Yeah, this guy. We call it a pipin, but this guy, okay, he picks it up like he's some kind
Yeah, I
of
know.
Loch Ness
It's like
monster.
when I was a kid and I used to. They had those
Yeah.
thingamajiggies.
Tonka
and
trucks.
Yeah. No, but they were
Yeah.
like seats and you sit and they were stable, like at the park. You know what I mean? And you go and
Anyway,
you lift,
yeah.
and then you throw it on other children because I was a scumbag.
was so
I still am.
so. I know that here at Côte d'Neige and stuff, they own that tractor, but could it be that his family's lawyers will, because the states they sue everybody, right? So
Nah.
will they be using the defense that, well, whoever dug that hole is responsible, or is it going to be act of God? Shit happens, you're dead. But imagine the torture this man went through when he realized he can't move anymore and he's going to run out of air. That's the torture. Like Uma Thurman in the movie, right?
Kill Bill.
When she breaks out of
Yeah.
that coffin. I love that scene.
Man, what a way to go, though. That's terrifying. That must be terrifying.
There was, it's happened. Those top 10 lists of the craziest things that ever happened.
Yeah.
It's happened where these people were in a catatonic state or something, and they thought they were dead because they didn't, check pulses. And these people were literally buried alive, but they couldn't move.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those stories.
That's bad. Give me a shark. Give me a shark jumping out of an airplane any day of the week before
Yeah.
that, man. I don't care. I want to be shot by a shark. A shark literally pulls out a gun and shoots me twice.
Yeah. In the head. Yeah, that would be the less painful way to go.
Oh.
But you just reminded me of the show that I used to watch, 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember that show?
Yeah, I like it.
Holy shit. I remember one woman
That's like a Darwin show.
Yeah, one woman was so stupid. I think she tried to deep throat a cucumber
And she choked on it.
and she choked on it.
Oh my God.
I was like, what a dummy. And then there was one where people popped.
Imagine that's your high school librarian. You know? like
There was
High school librarian was disgusting.
I think it's a prerequisite. Have you ever, except for the one that Kramer was fooling around with saying, hello, hello, hello. The librarian.
Yeah, I've never seen
She
a
was the
hot
only
librarian.
attractive librarian. Other librarians look like Everybody Loves Raymond's dad,
Yeah.
but they're women. Peter Boyle. Anyway, so yeah, that guy's still dead.
Yeah. And then there was other ones like one of the wackiest ones was like people popped LSD and they were at an empty pool and then they hallucinated water.
Oh no!
And they dove head
in.
first.
Oh my God!
Crushed their skull. Yeah, crazy shit. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
did it? Speaking of LSD, weren't there famous declassified experiments from the CIA that literally happened here at McGill?
Yeah, actually, that whole project, that whole MK Ultra and all those
Literally here.
neuro. Yeah, well, there was a portion of it that was done here. A lot of the neuroscience was done here, but Charles Manson was apparently a victim of that MK
And
Ultra.
you know
mind
who else
control.
was also a victim of that?
The Unabomber.
Unabomber.
Yeah.
Ted
Oh,
Kaczynski.
shit.
Because this guy was a very smart fucking teacher, and he was part of these experiments unknowingly.
Poseidon, the only lesson I could teach you is what I've been telling you forever. The government tried to separate you, tell you your enemy is a black man. Tell the black man your enemy is a white man. You know why? The enemy is the government. They don't care about color.
Yes.
They make you care about. That's what they do.
Yeah, I
they
know.
divide and then they conquer.
yes, divide and conquer.
They're the real
Classic.
enemy.
I forgive me for forgetting his name again, but I heard a comedian on Anthony and Dave, and Anthony literally said, "You have changed my opinion on this matter," and it was actually about race. It was
Oh,
about black.
fuck.
For Anthony to say, "You have changed my opinion on this," this guy was profoundly wonderful.
He's a black guy.
Black guy.
He made Anthony
He
not
literally
racist.
made Anthony say those words.
He cured racism.
Oh, shit.
And it was along those lines where the media, so many more blacks and whites get along than don't get along.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not-
of
it
course.
has nothing
and
to do with
and they
anything,
put
bro.
it up on
Of
the
course.
TV like it's a fucking civil war.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it's
And
It's
that's
all bullshit.
terrible.
It's
Yeah.
all bullshit.
It's so bad.
Do you know how arbitrary color of the? It's so it's such an arbitrary. It dictates nothing. Absolutely not. It's such a. The fact that we're talking about it in 2021 is, to me, it's one of those just. It's shocking.
Show the stuff in common rather than the differences.
But they have everything in common. It's one country.
Yeah.
They're American.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's such a. Anyways, it gets me angry. I don't even want to talk. It pisses me off. It's such a-
Actually, Alonzo Bowden said that joke when he was. Remember, Alonzo
Yeah,
always
of course.
hosts like 30 shows
Yeah,
just
I
for
know.
laughs. He goes, "Wow, it's so exotic in Montreal because you'll meet a girl and she's like, I'm from Trinidad. Another girl, I'm from Haiti. We just black."
yeah.
And he's.
I remember what was what was that interview with Morgan Freeman?
I was playing God.
No, where
I'd
he-
like to tell
where
you
they
that
had a-
Poseidon wasn't rest up by the what?
Anyways, you guys are not the political podcast. So
Yeah,
get
that's
to
true.
your
That's true.
regular-
Yeah, we're not the political
I'll tell you,
podcast.
one last note that I fucking funny little Easter egg I found out last night while I was YouTubing. Do you know in which city Charles Ponzi, the famous
Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi scheme, learned how to Ponzi? Or
Where did he learn how to Ponzi?
Montreal, Quebec.
I'm not surprised.
He worked at a bank here. He worked at a bank here, went back to Boston, ruined everybody.
What he's saying is regular Montreal banking is a Ponzi scheme everywhere
A
else.
fact.
Yeah,
fact.
that's true though.
Isn't that amazing?
I spoke with the Canada Revenue Agency today. They called me, and oh my dude, I thought it was a scam. I was.
It's not that Indian guy saying, you owe
It
us money.
wasn't. The reason why I thought it was a scam is it was an Indian guy,
You thought it was the scam.
and it was from his cell phone.
No.
Yeah.
But he was legit.
Dude, the guy's like, listen, before you continue, I just want to let you know it's because of COVID-19. We're working from home, no. And I'm like, real? And,
Just to
but
let
all
everybody
he
know, it's
need-
very common to get a prank call in Montreal or some kind of scam call from people pretending to be our version of the IRS.
Yeah,
No.
but it made sense that he called because yesterday we had to log into my account, my business account for the government. He was just verifying the addresses. Because, everything changed because we have the new studio, this and that. So he just wanted to verify that. But it's at the beginning, I was like, really? He goes, if you ever feel uncomfortable, you can hang up. I'm just letting you know. And then I was like, how bad would it look if I'm like, you can't fool me?
but the joke there is, what are the chances that they find a guy that sounds exactly like the scammers?
But it's funny because I hung up on him to call my accountant to get some information. And then I called him back on his cell.
That's funny.
You literally called an officer.
Yeah.
But
the thing, because the stuff he told me, he couldn't have known. Like he knew,
right.
Yeah.
Mother's maiden name or whatever.
No, he didn't ask me that. Oh. But he didn't know he knew what I did yesterday in the address.
Doesn't he have to verify you first?
That's all he needed was to verify me, and he needed something that I didn't have, which is So he's like, I can't do it any other way. So I called to get that number, and then he's like, I have this on file. You did this yesterday, but I just want to know why the address is different. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Now it's not like a give me your info type of thing.
I should really consider doing my 2019 income taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dreading taxes this year.
Well, I'm fucked because this Thursday I gotta do my 2019 business, then my 2020 business. That's fine, but my 2019 business hasn't been done yet.
I haven't done my personal income.
And then I have to do my personal income.
I haven't done my personal one from 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, no, my personal one I do every year because you get more leeway with the business account.
There's options. You can also do it quarterly.
Yeah, I used to do it every month or whatever. I would send the money, and then I stopped doing that, especially with COVID. It's all weird. I don't know when I'm going to get money. So I just said, look, at the end of the year, tell me what I owe you, and I'll just fucking pay you.
You know what? It's really a fact. If you do your taxes and just pay them all the time, they will never fuck with you.
Well, why would they fuck with you? You're doing
No, but literally, it comes down to that simple.
Yeah, it's just that there are a lot.
And understand the fact that if you pay a lot of taxes, it means you made a lot of money, so you might as well be happy.
That's a shitty way of looking
at it. It is, but what else are you gonna do? Get consumed?
No, I don't get it. I just give it to my accountant.
In the States, anybody who pays a lot of taxes goes crazy. But you hear it a lot more. They talk about it. But it's like when they talk about Canada and then all of a sudden 2 seconds later they say, but you're communist.
But here's the thing. The one thing that I do like this year is that I see that a lot of people's taxes went to helping people who lost everything during COVID to get those checks.
They better.
So that I'm happy about. Yeah. Because I just don't like my money going to salaries of politicians and to no place.
And crap. Yeah. And then you find out the politician went on vacation and bullshit. Yeah. No, it's sad to say, but our local government, I really,
especially in Quebec,
they kick the shit. Like our state government, I think screws the shit out of us.
Oh yeah,
dude, yeah, everybody knows
heavy.
The guy laughed at me on because he goes, "Look, I could change the address here." He goes, "But I tried. They won't let me change the Quebec one." He goes, "You have to ask your lawyer or whatever to do it yourself." And I go, "No, he's like everything else, every other province." He goes, "It works. I can do it from here because I'm the federal government." I go, "This is Quebec, bro."
Like if there's a contest, you know how you'll see a contest, you'll be like, "This contest not valid in Hawaii, in Iowa." And every time, it's always Quebec is not involved in a contest.
We're hardcore.
Because it has to be in French, it has to be this, that. Even Chips Ahoy one day is going to back out and say, you know what? No more chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, bro, I was looking at
then I'll sell my own chocolate chip cookies.
There was a fucking website.
Call it Chips Aye.
That's funny.
Aye.
But how do you if I'm a pirate in the French world, I say I'm a pépite? Because how does ahoy translate to pépite?
Je suis Algérien.
No, see, here it's called Chips Ahoy. In French, it's called chocolate chips. Yeah. It's never the right translation.
Pépite. Yeah, you're right, pépite.
Pépite de chocolat. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Die Hard is called Piège de Cristal. Like it's never even the right translation.
Wait, what?
By the way, yeah.
Die Hard?
Yeah, but I just remember something with pépite de chocolat. I remember back in the day in Tim Hortons, I would get a chocolate chip cookie. I remember I'd be like, what is it? Pépite de chocolat or brisure de chocolat, whatever it was. And then they were French, but they'd get mad at me and they go, chocolate chip. And I go,
there's some words that in the Office de la Langue Française, you're supposed to say hot dog. You're not supposed to say chien chaud.
I go, why am I saying it in French and then you're getting mad at me for saying it in French?
Nothing makes sense here.
Yeah, nothing makes sense. It's all crazy.
Pépite de chocolat.
Pépite de chocolat.
But what about Oreo? No, so I say Oreo. Oh, okay.
Oreo.
I didn't read the manual.
That's just a stolen
Greek word. They just say Oreo.
Yeah, they just stole a Greek word.
Oh, yeah, Oreo.
Yeah.
It is? It probably is.
It is. Good. It is a Greek word.
Just means good.
Yeah.
When the hell were Oreos invented? Aren't they like the oldest fucking cookie in America? like 1801, like that, and like Tootsie Roll are like the oldest.
No, the biggest, the American sugar treat is Twinkie. That's the official.
Hostess Twinkies. Didn't they go bankrupt and someone else bought them?
I think because they're still on sale here.
But here it's because they're affiliated, like whatever, with the Vachon.
With Vachon, I think, yeah.
Because up till a couple of months ago, they were still making like Chips Ahoy cookies here for like. What they do is these companies, they send out, you know, the Nutella recipe, and then Nutella gets made in Toronto.
It, yeah,
because they're not gonna.
By the way, I would like everyone to know that I don't purchase Nutella anymore. Because
I'm over Nutella ever since I started making
palm
Nutella
oil?
pizza.
Because of the palm oil. I'm not going to kill a bunch of monkeys.
Nutella in Greece tastes different than here.
It's called mereda.
But actual brand Nutella, it's vegetable oil in Europe.
Instead of palm oil.
Right.
I don't know why we're obsessed here with killing monkeys, but I get stuff now.
Palm oil kills monkeys?
Yeah, you don't know how they get that shit?
Well, yeah.
I'll show you some videos, dude. You're going to get devastated. Okay, devastated. These monkeys are crying. These It's horrible. Anyways.
They tear down complete forests.
Yeah, just to get... It's so stupid. So I get stuff that explicitly tells me that they're not using palm oil.
Well, fuck palm kernel oil.
Nah, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, it's nuts, bro.
Like, I'm willing...
Literally.
I'm not going to destroy it. You know how sad that is when you see them crying and shit? Like, give this so I can have Nutella. What kind of fat fuck am I?
With their chimpanzee Poseidon type teeth.
Yeah, and I don't like that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they destroy entire ecosystems.
You literally have the bubbles, the fucking monkey smile.
Oh, yeah?
I can't do... That's why I can't rob people. Like, I can't enjoy something if I just made...
I'm
what I mean?
like that. It actually bothers me. But I just... You make enough Nutella pizzas, and that Nutella gets on your hands, it starts tasting shitty.
Well, it's like a restaurant. When you work at it long enough, everybody can love the food there. You're not going to want to eat.
That's there was a period where I couldn't see sausage.
Unless you're a fat fuck like me.
That happened to me in video games, dude. I was in video games so long that I went through years where I had quit. I had stopped playing video games. I couldn't. We were making games. I couldn't play other people's games. I just wasn't interested. Because
there was a period where I would associate stress with work, so I couldn't even watch Gordon Ramsay on TV.
Oh yeah,
because I'm picturing kitchens. Over. I don't want to see this.
Yelling at people.
I've left a fucking restaurant where there's so much food and everybody's happy and eating, where on the way home I pick up a Petro Canada sandwich, a gas station sandwich.
Yeah,
I could have made a steak, but because I just get it away from me.
Yeah,
I just get my stupid bag of chips and my shitty gas station sandwich, and I'd rather eat that.
Construction worker style.
Animal.
It's fucked up. A shoemaker with broken shoes.
Well, that makes sense.
It's an old expression. Like
yeah. No, I get it. But speaking of
a shoemaker is a cobbler, no?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I like that stupid Adam Sandler movie, The Cobbler. I actually watched it.
Yeah, I watched it.
I haven't watched it.
It's like a direct-to-video Netflix movie.
As usual?
But it was decent. Believe me, it's fine. It's touching. It's good. Steve Buscemi is a cameo in it. It's just fine. The Cobbler. Didn't you see it?
Yeah, I think I saw it a while ago.
Every time he puts on shoes, he becomes...
Yeah. Well, I saw it. Yeah. Well, how did that end again? I forgot.
Well, he takes off with his father, who he finds out next door that the barber next door is actually his father in that guy's shoes.
You know who...
Oh, shit.
You ruined it for me now. I can't watch it. But you know who I think is underappreciated as an actor and I really like? John Leguizamo.
Apparently, for some reason about John Leguizamo, he's Benny Blanco from the Bronx in Carlito's Way. Why does he have a bad rap with his stand-up? But
he does stand-up? I didn't know that.
Freaked. Type in John Leguizamo freak. But here's the thing with John Leguizamo. His stand-up shows are on Broadway.
It's not a stand-up then.
But it is because he's...
Is he doing a one-man show? I hate it when people call their one-man theater shows stand-up.
It's this microphone, and he like this, and he's telling stories and going like that, but it's stand-up at the same time.
It stand-up?
You see the delivery,
like a TED Talk.
I don't know if it's
He's telling the story of his mother. Anyway.
Here's the thing, because it's hard to define, and this is not an insult to anyone or anything, but the reason why things are categorized, right, is so you could better understand what the actual... That's the only reason why we categorize things. It's not for hate. It's to... Like, for example, Mike Tyson has that same one-man type of show, right? That's not stand-up. Even though you laugh a lot during it, it's not stand-up just because he's alone on a stage. You get it?
Right.
There's differences.
Leguizamo has more of that. But
yeah, a TED Talk. There's TED Talks with jokes in there.
Is he going like this?
It has nothing to do with how you hold the mic. You can have a wireless mic. That's not a problem.
But what is the differentiation?
That's what I'm saying.
Set up punch?
No, because you could tell stories.
Because Bill Cosby could talk for 3 hours. Is that a one-man show?
I have no idea what to tell you. I like I said, I'm not the one who's going to define this for you because I don't know how to do it properly.
What about comedian? Because
Yeah.
sometimes they'll refer to comedian Will Ferrell.
What about him?
But is he a comedian or
Is
is he
he-
an actor?
did he ever
is
do
it the word
stand-up?
comedian or is it the word stand-up comic? Because in the movie Comedian, Jerry Seinfeld's a comedian.
Yeah.
But they refer to Will Ferrell as a comedian, and then they'll say that,
Fuck, I have to split
Jay
again.
Moore is a stand-up comic. You do, actually.
God damn it, bro.
So I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
fix
what
your
the true
hair.
definition is.
It's hard for me to define too. That's why I'm not an expert. I don't know how to. If I watch it, I could feel it if I see it, but I can't define what the difference is.
Well, you'll like it. Why? It's called John Leguizamo.
I'm not. Oh, I have no problem with that. I love that. I
Freak.
just said I
Freak
like the
or
guy.
freaked. Anyway, so what did you notice that you like? How did he show up in your life? He
Yeah,
showed up in a movie.
There's something just really enjoyable about this guy that I like,
He's very charismatic. I like telling when he
and
tells
he's a good actor.
Steven Seagal stories. Steven Seagal chopped him in the neck.
You know what he does that I like? When he feels like a real person. The roles when he plays them, he feels like a real person. He's that good of an actor. Like whatever he plays, a plumber, whatever. You know, sometimes you feel like a guy's acting or
He must have had kids or something because he like disappeared for a while. Because at one point in the late 90s, the guy was in every second movie.
Are you talking about the guy? What's his name again?
John Leguizamo, you'll know him. As soon as you see his face, you'll know
yeah.
him.
John Leguizamo, you've seen him, you know him.
He's
Guaranteed.
had the same face for 20 years. You know,
Hold
obviously.
on. Is that the guy in the detective in My Blue Heaven?
No, that's Rick Moranis. That's Honey,
Oh.
I Shrunk the Kids guy.
Yes, there you go.
No,
That's
this guy's
such
Latino.
A different person. I don't
Yeah.
even know why that's.
But I know I'm not good with names. You
No.
said the guy because him too. He had kids at some point.
No,
and he had
that's
to
right.
leave.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's why he.
That's
went
why
for-
I'm. That's why I'm
because
doing the
Rick
connection because I
Moranis'
don't know. I'm
wife
not good
died
with
of
names.
cancer, and he said, "Fuck this! I'm raising my kids," and that's why he checked out.
That's what he did. It was just because of the.
That was by choice because he was still getting a lot of fucking Spaceballs 2. Getting
Yeah.
scripts like crazy. Would have made $1 million money. Honey, I Shrunk Us All.
Yeah.
He said no, and
He-
that's commendable.
He's one of the most beloved actors.
Yeah, yeah. And he was a Saturday Night Live, legend, SCTV guy.
Keanu Reeves is also one of the most beloved.
Keanu Reeves
Actors.
is fucking rich, man.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is worth like $300-400 million because of Matrix. And and the guy pulled John Wick out of his ass.
What does that mean?
A lot of people don't have 2-3 trilogies in their life. You know?
Oh, that's what you mean.
It's
yeah,
like you have Rocky
Yeah.
and Rambo. You know? This guy, John Wick, came out of nowhere and it became a trilogy.
Yeah. Amazing movie. I love
And
those
I hear
movies, by the
always
way.
good things about Keanu
Everybody.
Reeves.
Yeah. He's a very wholesome
Yeah, he's
person.
known as a good guy.
Yeah,
Didn't
like
he grow up in Ottawa?
I don't know, but I had seen a video about him. Like one time, what he did was he landed at an airport, and some people, I don't know, something, their flight got canceled, and he had to be at the same location as them, and they couldn't rent a van or whatever. They had troubles, they
So
were
he brought
tourists
them
or
with
whatever.
him.
So he rented the van for them and drove with them to the city.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how?
You don't know. Once Will Smith didn't get on a plane because all they had was coach seats. You know?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, Keanu Reeves, I bet you he did Bill and Ted Part 2 simply because
His co-host.
he's like, let me give my friend money here.
Yeah, the supporting. That's what I thought too.
Because he didn't need to do that shit. He said, Alex
and I
Winter.
saw it, and it was very bad.
Yeah, I did my first movie with Alex Winter here. Let me throw him a bone.
Yeah.
So that's, I promise you, that's why he did it. And another one, Keanu Reeves made the movie Johnny Mnemonic,
Oh, this you told me about this.
filmed in Montreal.
It's a garbage film.
Only
Poseidon.
because his signature, his friend forged his signature.
Oh yeah, you had said this.
Yeah.
And
And
he
he
didn't wanna
said,
get him in
said,
trouble.
I don't want to get my friend in trouble. I have to do this shitty movie in Montreal called Johnny Mnemonic
Yeah.
with Dolph Lundgren dressed up as Jesus.
What a good fucking guy. And there's all
Yeah.
kinds of pictures of him just sitting down talking to homeless people, just to talk to them. And he gets them food and shit.
Well, you don't know what he's talking. Like, don't overdo it because you.
No,
Yeah,
I know, but
because
I mean, like,
sometimes
what I'm trying to say is,
There's such a thing as
'Cause there's-
doing it for yourself. If I talk to a homeless person and I'm patronizing him, I'm
Yeah.
insulting him at the same time.
Because I can definitely dig up photos of you handing money to prostitutes, and if I want, I could spin it, be like, Poseidon's just helping out local single moms.
Maybe he's telling him, get off my fucking lawn.
I'm paying.
Yeah.
No. It's a. I'm putting it in it's an investment for future generations, their education.
Charity is something most people do when other people are watching.
Yeah, that's true. Like those. You know what pisses me off? You remember those whole videos of people giving money and stuff like that. It's like prank videos. Like they were like another version. Like they were super popular at some point, and they were like, "Look at how much of a good person I am." But then you find out the person was a complete psychopath.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like.
Oh yeah, those people. But why would you do that? Just do it without video.
Evil people.
Like like Poseidon. You know, once in a while we get some money together and we do some stuff like around the city. He never brings a camera, or I just tell him drop it off and fuck off. He doesn't make a scene of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel it's weird because then you're making the people, you're not helping. You're trying to make them your.
You're patting yourself on the back.
But not, you're using them. It's you're using them.
Yeah,
You're using them to look like a good person to the world.
And then that makes me angry when I see shit like that.
And that means you're not actually a good person.
It just means that you want clout.
Yeah.
Like this Tekashi 6ix9ine kid.
You know, it's no secret Mike has a lot of money, but when Mike gives to charity shit, nobody knows about it.
The most I was talking about this, the most of the shit that Mike does is not public. Some of the
very
stuff goes out
under
in
the
public, but most of the stuff is under the radar, and he doesn't want it to be
because that's the right way you do it.
Yeah.
You know, most of us, it's like you just to let everyone know.
I what I videotape is all the angry stuff I do, like when I set homeless people on fire. I put that on video. I go, this is gonna happen to you if you talk shit. So tell us, Guido.
Yes.
Guido, I want to know, do you have any fun mental hospital stories?
Since we last spoke,
No, in general, I've never asked you of a good mental.
Oh,
it's
fun
true.
one?
Yeah,
I've
like
never asked you of anecdotal stuff that happens in there that you're the only one that have these stories. I've never asked that.
fun. What's
or not necessarily fun. Anything crazy that you've seen.
The choice of magazines and movies available are very funny.
Oh, really?
Okay.
It's actually happened where I'm on TV. Well, no, I mean I'm sitting there, the TV's on, and I see Mike Ward, and I laugh to myself because of where I am, and Mike comes on TV. So that's funny. I'm like, I know that guy, but you're pissing yourself.
So how are the people in there? Are there
Out
any,
of their fucking mind.
Are there any murderous?
It's like
psychos?
Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh fuck, that's crazy.
Chinese girl just staring at, Asian girl just staring out, and she looked like she's been crying all night. Ah!
I'd be crying if I was in there too. Why was she crying? What did you do to her?
I don't know. The one guy that wants to be the boss and commands everybody, even though he's as
the boss of the crazy people. Oh Jesus Christ!
There's that guy.
The king lunatic.
There's the chubbier older guy that just looks like he masturbates all day long.
The what? The what?
The older, fatter guy that just looks like this guy is a professional jacker-offer.
That's Poseidon.
No, not to that level. Like
him, it's like
he'll do it on a bus.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Poseidon only it has to be stationary. Poseidon could do it anywhere.
But you know what? It's really a testament of how we look at ourselves.
No.
Every single time I've stood in there, I've always gone, these people are crazy.
So,
but
like
there's
I'm the
someone in there
most
looking
normal
at
one
you.
here.
Someone's looking at you.
Yeah, someone looking at me.
Oh, that lunatic's in here again.
Yeah.
Hide the pizza.
Last time there was a Greek guy. There was a Greek
I'm sure
guy.
most of the time it was a Greek guy.
No. Actually, no. A lot of times it was a French Canadian.
Really?
But what I found most strange is I was at the Jewish hospital. It's called the Jewish. I'm not. I was at the Jewish hospital.
Jewish General,
and I was there for 3 days. This was one of my peak crises. And my doctor is from the Jewish hospital. And when I spoke to him, I'm like, did they tell you I was there for 3 days? And he's like, no, you have to authorize them to tell me. But I did not know I had to do this. What's wrong with the fucking system?
Oh, the system here is completely fucked.
She didn't tell me, by the way, you should give permission to tell your doctor. And I'm like, oh. And it was at that moment that I'm like, I got to go to Mexico. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, our system here is completely fucked. I hate hospitals. Every time I walk into a hospital, I feel on edge.
So do the patients.
Have you been to Sacré-Cœur a couple of times?
I don't
That's
know.
a shit
The one on Gouin.
That's a garbage hospital. I
Well,
hate
the
that
point is, the reason I'm mentioning it is because it's one of the oldest one. It was where Norman Bethune, a big doctor,
No.
or the Tommy Douglas, the whole Canadian healthcare. It's old. It's Gouin. It's old. There was horse and buggies there, And I went down to the archives because I had to go get a record. That hallway with the pipes, you want to do paranormal activity, my friend?
Oh, shit.
You feel it, the hairs on your neck stand up.
Yeah, eh?
Oh.
Yeah, there's something about the energy of hospitals where I'm like,
Yeah. Because so many people die in there.
yeah, it's just
Their souls swimming. And when I had an operation at Sacré-Cœur, I had to get a belly, anyway, stupid operation. So I was there, and I had gotten an operation in private. I wasn't feeling good. I puked, but it looked like dark blood.
That's disgusting.
So I was scared. So I had I had to immediately ambulance.
oh, shit.
Literally, when they put the IV in, I went, Anyway, but
Oh, you were dehydrated?
no. It was, I don't know what it was. So I was in the hallway, and they have to leave those fluorescent lights on. But they were overpacked, and I had to suffer and sleep in that hallway with fluorescent lights on all night. I was trying to put Scotch tape on my eyes. So when I checked out, I told the guy, here, bro, you're going to need this. Because another guy was brought in, and I gave him my sleep mask.
Your MacGyver sleep mask.
No. By then, the next day, or by the time I left, my ex-girlfriend brought me a real one.
Oh, okay.
Dollar store or whatever.
So, Poseidon, you said you wanted to mention to people that we are getting a brand new shipment of shirts soon.
Yes,
so
we're getting a brand new shipment of
sales will commence shortly.
Yes.
And where do they go to buy these shirts?
These shirts, you go to email Tony at pantelscomedy.com.
Okay, and then Tony basically just wants to confirm how many people are interested, all that.
Exactly.
And then the purchase, I'm guessing, is going to be face-to-face cash.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Face-to-face cash.
Cash.
Nobody sees nothing.
But our international listeners, we're going to make an exception, is what we said, huh?
Yes.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
So then if that's taken care of, we're curious about your top tickety.
Yes, so as you all know, we've switched around the list, right?
Yes.
And speaking of mental cases,
Oh, yeah, now it's top fives.
top 5.5.
Yeah, because you are a retard.
And we are going into the whole conspiracy thing because that was the whole underscore
It's
lobby thing.
fun.
We're going with the theme. It's fun. You know what I mean? It brings up conversations.
What do we have today?
Today is
Top 5.5 conspiracies about the royal family.
Oh, I'm in.
yes,
I'm in.
yes, bam.
You know,
Okay.
because we've been talking about Harry and Meghan Markle has been in the
yeah.
news. So go ahead with number.
And one of the princes was hospitalized again or whatever. That old fuck.
What are the? Yeah, he's literally the king, but
Oh, okay.
you
I'm
can't
so-
say king when it. Did you know that? When William's wife becomes, when William becomes king, his wife will become queen, name only. When a female becomes queen, the man becomes prince, not king.
It is more than that, apparently, because if it's through marriage, you can never become a king.
But a girl could become queen if it's through marriage.
Really? That I didn't know.
What's her name? William of Windsor there, his wife. Not Meghan Markle, the other one.
I have not.
The one that he fucked, the older brother married.
She's going to be a queen.
She's going to be queen. She's not going to be princess. She's going to be
If
queen.
this queen dies.
No. This queen's going to die. Charles is going to become king for a short period, and he's going to give it to William.
William's wife
Camilla will become queen.
That's scary.
Camilla will become queen. But if there was a daughter, let's say Charles's sister now that looks just like Charles but woman, if she becomes queen because Charles gets murdered, okay, her husband will be prince.
No, I don't care.
You're not allowed to, you can't become king by marriage. You could become queen by marriage.
I don't like any of this shit. I don't like any of this
The
royalty.
royal no, because it's hierarchy. It's yeah.
I don't like anyone that dresses up like a fucking wizard.
I like Jerry the
2021.
King Lawler.
I have no idea what the fuck you just said about the royal family, by the way.
All right,
confused the
let's see
fuck out of me,
All
bro.
right, so number 5 conspiracies of the
Psycho.
royal family. Go ahead, number 5.
Number 5.
Go ahead.
You want me to say it or
Yeah,
you
you
say
say it.
Involved in Princess Diana's death because she was pregnant with a Muslim baby.
Dodi Al Fayed's Arab baby.
Hey, he did, yeah.
What?
just an inside joke. Right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We were trying to not use the word Islam or Muslim anywhere in that. And you were like, Muslim. You saw his name and you went right to ninjas.
No, because I knew what they did. I know what
Right.
they did.
Well,
They
that's
were
it. That,
against-
I was bringing it up yesterday. It's
Yeah,
like, maybe
Everybody
we
knew. I knew this when I was young that they didn't want to have a Muslim baby.
Yeah.
I knew it when I was young. Yeah.
The guy she was
Lying
sleeping with.
So what happened exactly?
before
Like-
her death? Owns Harrods department store in London, England, which is basically Macy's or
Yeah.
Hudson Bay, but there in like Westmount of like it's.
Yeah.
I told you that I've seen more. I've seen watches of $300,000-$400,000,
So
Jesus.
and he
Princess
owned
Diana
this. Yeah.
was not just for the UK or anything, but for the world. At one point, she was our sweetheart.
Because literally she was getting not a very fun life.
But she was
Being
just
a princess.
lovely.
Apparently,
There
he was
something-
abusive. The guy. He
Oh,
was like,
shit.
I'm fucking this girl. Fuck you. Blah 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 blah. blah, you know.
But she was. It wasn't because of that. She was actually there was something wholesome about her. She seemed really, really nice.
Yeah.
And then
She seemed down to earth.
yeah, and her husband treated her like shit. So she fell into the arms of this gentleman. And
Dodi.
And
And you don't do that to the queen.
you don't do that to the queen. The queen's crazy, bro. She doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
And then she got offed, basically.
Well, they're saying right now that she literally
Apparently, it was a car crash.
Canceled out her son. Yeah, that's where the paparazzi came into play.
Yeah, they said that
the,
it was the
the driver
paparazzi.
was drunk. Her chauffeur was drunk,
Doesn't make sense.
and the paparazzi were flashing so many cameras that when they were going under an underpass, the driver couldn't see because
So let me ask you.
Oh, shit.
And then what
they were
happens?
chasing on motorcycles, taking pictures of Diana to sell to TMZ.
But now that we're in 2021, the second they're out of sight and they go in the tunnel, like the car would crash, but it wouldn't explode and flip over. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah, so you're talking like the you don't see.
Yeah.
How come you don't see the shape of a plane into the Pentagon?
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
get
saying.
it.
So it's like now with some hindsight, we're like, okay, it's obvious that we were fucked with.
Yeah.
At the time, all we remember is Elton John singing "Like a Candle in the Wind."
Yeah, you said
Yesterday.
that.
Goodbye, England's rose.
But you know what bothers me about him? And I like
His
Elton
toupee?
John. I'm
I
a
said
fan.
he goes. I don't know any Elton John music.
Oh,
I
no,
said,
you
bro, I
do.
promise you do,
You
and you
do.
don't know it's him.
Yeah, you do. You just don't know. What bothers me is that he said, "This song is for Princess Diana. I'm not gonna make money off it. I'm only gonna sing it once at her funeral." And then, like a year later,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Like a candle-
Like
like now-
a candle in the
It's
wind.
I think it's called the Retirement Candle in the Wind tour that he just did.
God damn.
But he is very talented. You know what I didn't like about Elton John is that the guy makes a biopic about himself while he's still alive.
Yeah, that's weird.
How about a fucking pat on the back for that?
Well, maybe it's because he wanted it done right. He's like, they're not gonna lie about
I
me.
have to defend that. Yeah, okay.
what
but
about-
it still kind of looks a little.
But also, what about rappers? You know, like 50 Cent made the Get Rich or Die Trying movie.
But
Eminem
he
made
didn't
the
make it at
8 Mile
75 years old when I'm like about to retire my swan song.
He did it because people wanted to know his story and it was
Yeah.
gonna sell albums. See,
Like
that was a
Eminem
marketing
did
thing.
his story of his life.
Okay.
Elton John does the story of his life at the end after he made millions.
I done did it, folks.
Yeah, they did it, and it wasn't really a documentary when they made those movies. It was. Yeah.
But just so you
I
know,
get
for
it.
Princess Diana, one of the loveliest people. We were lucky to have grace our screens back in the day. She seemed like a wholesome, good person, and that doesn't fit well in the monarchy.
No, and a lot of celebrities died around the same time. Her death completely overshadowed them. Like Mother Teresa, no one cared, and Gianni Versace, not really, because she died. She was still
yeah,
dead. There was still
honestly.
more.
Well, it's like how they say, you know, God always picks the prettiest flowers.
Who says that?
Oh, but that
I don't know,
was
it's- I
very
read it
sweet for
somewhere.
Poseidon say that. Where did you read that in
I don't know where
on
I read it.
Pornhub? All right, number 4, Royal Family Conspiracy.
Meghan Markle is a CIA operative and/or a spy. She's Canadian, no?
No, but
think
she filmed in Toronto. I don't know if she's
I thought she's Canadian.
No.
Spy, yes.
You know,
Who knows?
we could go exactly.
Who knows?
I've never heard this one. I want to hear it.
Well, that's because Poseidon and I came up with it.
Well, no, actually,
kidding.
yeah, I saw it, and yeah, apparently this whole the reason why it's happening is basically
They're still upset.
they planted her. Yeah, they're still upset at
Who's
the
they?
the
Brits.
Americans. No, the Americans.
Yeah.
So they planted her as a CIA agent to take down the monarchy and to take over England.
Oh, they've been planning this since 1776.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So apparently this is why what's his face there, Harry broke off from the royal family because of her, and he
Well,
And
it
it's
is because of
divide
her.
and conquer.
It is
Yeah.
because of her, but I don't think it's because she's a CIA operative. I just think it's because
She has a very comfortable feeling pussy.
She has him by the
yeah,
balls. That's all it
she
is.
has she's got that.
Well, a prince is not used to being manipulated, so he doesn't even know it's happening when it's happening.
Yeah.
He literally thinks he's wearing the pants, so to speak.
The funniest is that that meme of them when the guy asks. So people are saying that you have to check with her for everything that you say, and that she kind of controls you. Is that true? And then she butts in. She's like, "It's not true. He doesn't have to do that."
That's perfect. But does he forget he's a prince, and
I
he just
think
has
so.
to say,
Yeah.
"Stop talking"?
I would have been like, "You're going to the dungeon." But like,
No, literally. Like I don't think he realized it. I remember at one point he was doing the rounds of social circles in Hollywood with his wife, and he's meeting Jeffrey Katzenberg and all these big shots, shaking hands. They want to meet a royal, right? And he's like, "Oh, my wife is an actress. Maybe you can get us some voiceover work." And now this guy's rolling his eyes like, "Oh fuck! Now I got to do this now because the fucking king here is gonna ask me, and now I have to get." All right. So but how petty is that? It's petty. You shouldn't even be. If we're following the rules, these people are beneath you.
yeah, you should be like, "Come here, Mr. Jewish producer. You will give my wife a leading role."
I summoned you like I
Yeah.
summoned the Pharaoh of Egypt.
Yes, you come here.
But also
Here, wax my scepter.
exactly. I have to.
That is
Wait,
a
which
euphemism.
scepter?
That means jerk me off, peasant.
but I have to say, when I heard her father was not allowed to walk her down the aisle, I was like, that sucks.
Wait, is that true? I didn't know about this.
Yeah, we spoke about
Her
this.
father spoke to the press, not because he chose to go speak to the press. He got caught in a scam, and it was really reporters finding out.
Okay, well,
Because
oh,
of
shit.
that information about this wedding, he was not permitted to attend or even walk her down the aisle.
like the royal family decided
so
that?
do you think she's pissed?
Wait, hold on. What do you mean pissed?
Meghan.
Did she go ahead with it?
Yeah.
Oh, then she's a scumbag.
I think fucking Camilla walked her down the aisle. or
Oh,
some
then
shit.
she's a scumbag.
And so
I'd be like, look, clearly it was an accident, and he's my pops. He's
yeah,
part of the
I'm
family.
sure
now.
this conversation happened because it can't be that Megan's that much of a bitch. But also, I heard the conversation that, they'll have to teach her sometimes. The queen is here. We must stand up. She walked in, and she's like, "I ain't standing up for shit." That kind of stuff. Like, hey,
I
come
don't
on.
think she speaks like that. But
No, but I went the racist part.
yeah,
But
you immediately you're like you turned her into Patrice O'Neill.
yeah, no, basically, like my dad when anybody of dark skin color, my dad thinks they speak like this.
Hey, by the way, my mom is that person when the queen was here, they had trouble with my mom. You know,
What?
the queen was at Rocklands years ago.
No
Years,
way.
years. Yeah.
The Queen of England went to Rockland.
Walked right through them. Yeah. My mom walked
Anybody
right through.
know
They
what?
were
No.
super pissed. Yeah, they were super pissed.
No way.
Yeah. She
Wait,
doesn't-
she walked through and she wasn't.
through touch like shoved her and people
No,
went crazy. Yeah.
hey, I can applaud that.
Yeah, doesn't play
Not-
games. Doesn't play, hates
dude,
all that shit. She's like,
dude.
she went because people. You have to stop. Security was all. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Bro, your mom's amazing.
Dude, your mom is one of the only people in fucking history that shoulder rubbed the queen.
No, people do it. It's just she did it aggressively, but it was the little faint thing, and she's like, "Get the fuck out!" And they didn't know what to do. They're like, "Nobody's." She's like, "Get the fuck out!" I'm gonna wait. Get the fuck out of here! Now. You're better than me. Fuck off. Yeah, she's very.
Well, that's literally saying this person is better than you. Stop.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
literally is saying that.
Yeah.
yeah, her friend was telling me. I
That's
think it was
great.
at Rocklands that happened. Yeah.
The
fuck,
queen
your
went to
mom's awesome.
Rockland. Do you know if Chicky Ming Chinese food is good?
Yeah, I don't think that's what. she
Where's
said.
the food court? Is Eaton's still here?
Eaton's?
I think
it was
only
a-
the
was a
French
store
people
like a big-
appreciated that. Only the French people were like,
Yeah,
that's
only
right.
the-
You go, girl.
Yeah, because the rest of Canada loved the Queen.
Well, dude, you remember fucking Pope John Paul, man? He filled up the Olympic Stadium like Mick Jagger, bro, in 1984. And 10-year-old Celine Dion sang Une colombe partie en voyage. You don't remember that shit? Yeah, you were like -4.
She's never been into the like me. I don't like royalty. Someone holier than thou shit. I hate
Nah.
that stuff.
You know who surprisingly knows a lot and follows that a lot you would be very
Massimo. Yeah, you told me this at some point. Yeah.
Massimo will tell you everything that's happening with the royal family right now.
How did he get into that?
It's like the way Patrice O'Neill knits when nobody knows.
Wait, how did he get into
I guess watching it with his mom when he was a kid, and he bonded with his mom. But Massimo will tell you Camilla Parker Bowles, where she's from, up, down, side. He knows them all.
God damn.
It's impressive.
Yeah. You should have Massimo as our Brit expert.
Oh, we should have him. Yeah.
As the expert that we call.
Our royal correspondent, Massimo.
I was never interested in the royal family. I just never gave a fuck. I just saw him. I was like,
I'm actively disinterested. Like, it bugs me
that they exist.
that there's a royal.
I like James Bond
blame
walking into Buckingham Palace to pick up the Queen to go to the Olympics. Did you see that?
No.
It's true. You don't watch a lot of James Bond. I'm almost jealous because you get to watch. Casino Royale is fantastic.
I haven't watched that.
Casino Royale literally is fantastic. But I get it. It's like me and Jurassic Park too. Like the hype killed me. I didn't watch it. I've never seen Independence Day because the hype ruined me.
Oh, really?
I've never seen Independence Day. Bill Pullman, the president, Randy Quaid, Will Smith.
I don't know if it holds up though.
Yeah,
I remember liking it when it came out.
As a kid, I watched Independence Day.
You not watching James Bond, it was probably the same reason I didn't watch these films.
I believe that. Yeah.
Because the hype ruined it.
I watched Independence Day when I was a kid. I watched Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3.
I saw one in the theater. Jurassic Park. My point is, I get it. I get it when people ruin, like, even music. Bro, you listen to Bono one too many times. Fuck you too now because of you.
I've never been into U2 that much.
No, but I'm saying like examples in my life. I used to like U2 up till Actung Baby. Then when the wrong people started to like fucking I'm at a place called Vertigo. Over. Take your iPhone, your U2, with your U2 music.
Yeah, remember when U2 forced people?
Yeah, that's it. Fuck off.
You all have my album now.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, people were all fucking pissed.
Yeah, that's rapey. I didn't ask for this shit.
Yeah, that was very wrong of them to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Why did they do that? What was the strategy behind
that? They thought that it was going to be cool with the new generation.
Yeah, you're just going to wake up, you have a free album of garbage. Leave me alone.
Just be the fucking old timers you are. Be happy with your money and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about feeding the world. Sing like Mick Jagger.
All right, number 3.
All right. So once again, back at the conspiracies of the royal family.
The infamous rapist and murderer Jack the Ripper was a royal.
With cheese. So serial killer Jack the Ripper.
Please give people a backstory to Mr. Jacques the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper, he was a famous flatulenter. Jack the Ripper.
Oh yeah, because he kept ripping. He kept ripping farts.
Poseidon, I'm going to leave this to Guido to explain who he is.
Okay, so
go.
Jack the Ripper, infamous when it's negative. In the 1800s, Scotland Yard, which is the police department of London, was finding dead bodies of prostitutes after midnight in very dark parts of East London. East London is very much like our east part of town. It's not the best part of town. So they believe, and he was writing letters to the press guy. What are you doing then?
Nothing. Keep going.
It's weird. Yeah. You're talking about dead hookers, and he's like, carry on. Yes, give me.
I'm talking about cupcakes.
Yeah.
So he was manipulating the press, and he was saying, if it was fun, you guys. I'm watching you guys. If tomorrow you don't do this, another one's gonna lose her ears, and literally the ears are cut off. And
oh shit!
He was fucking with them, and he so skillfully cut up his bodies and ripped out a kidney and stuff that they're like, this guy's either a doctor, a butcher, or a nobility because of his. And he was so fucked up that they said even his handwritten messages were deliberately the lettering changed because to make it seem like they're two different people.
Oh shit.
He wrote perfect calligraphy, but then another one he wrote all broken like he's a kid.
Bro, I killed the hookers, bro.
But he was but it caused so much chaos that to this day, even copycats were writing letters. But when they, like Zodiac, when they lined it up to realize this is the same guy, even the lettering. So impossible to find. To this day, they still don't know who it is. So they're like, it must be somebody at the top. So that's where the conspiracy of it.
Poseidon's close. He's a public masturbator. He's Jack the Jacker.
Jack the Jacker. I like that.
So one of them was like, "Oh yes, I have murdered this prostitute," and then the other one was, "Fucking, well, this bitch,
hello.
this
Like lock, stock, and barrels.
Hello, governor.
I'm from West Side London, fam.
I'm a chimney sweep, say.
He was like, I'm from West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
Uncle Phil.
Oh,
Dude,
Uncle Phil has a real
so
bad
Jack the
temper.
Ripper.
Yeah.
I never heard this conspiracy of him being a royal,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it does make sense because he was impossible to catch. Or what if he was part of Scotland Yard?
One guy saw exactly, or
Yeah.
at the police department. One guy witnessed this, but he thought it was a couple having an argument.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
But he actually was
Witnessing a
witnessed
murder.
The murder.
I'm going to stab you, whoa!
Yeah.
He's like, just a couple fighting.
Oh, back in the days. You
And
never
he
know.
wrote in the postcard
Must
the
be
next
a
day.
yappy bitch.
He wrote in the postcard the next day, "You caught me in mid-murder,
Oh
so I
my
couldn't. I
God.
didn't have time to cut off her ears. I'll do it tomorrow. Bye."
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, this guy was cocky too.
In the movie From Hell, the conspiracy is that they were Freemasons, but I don't buy that one.
Oh, okay. I like this. From Hell, I'm gonna watch it.
From Hell, Johnny Depp.
Oh, I want to make a new shirt that I want to wear. You know how there's like all the lives mattering and all that? I want to make a shirt that says Illuminati lives don't matter.
Hey, that's a very good play on words. It's not quite as sophisticated as the cock is there in spirit,
Yeah.
but I like that. Illuminati lives matter.
No, Illuminati lives don't matter.
Yeah.
Right. Or you can make them both. Either they don't or they do.
Because for me, they don't matter.
Well, but I don't get the joke.
Which one?
Like, why is it funny? Illuminati.
Because
lives-
everybody has a cause now. Even the
Yeah.
Illuminatis are a charity.
Ah, yes. Okay, I see.
But to me, I'm against them.
Did you watch Eyes Wide Shut?
Many times.
Fucked
Yes.
up, huh?
It's one of
That
the movies I've
Kubrick-
watched the most. Just so I could understand what Kubrick was trying to tell me, and I finally got it.
The when he's bouncing the cue ball of the pool table on the table 3 times.
Tuck, tuck, tuck. Like he was
It's
doing
like
when he
he was
had the
doing-
staff,
Yeah,
on the red. Yeah,
That's fucking hair
they're
on my
trying
arm.
to tell you it's the same fucking guy.
Yeah,
That's how they know.
because
who he is.
nothing is a mistake. Nothing is by chance. in a
Kubrick,
Kubrick
the
movie.
backgrounds are not even everything that's in
Everything.
frame. He meticulously put there signs, like actual signs in the streets.
A
All that you
space shuttle.
See there, the New York streets that he's walking.
The cans of corn in back of the guy in The Shining.
but the streets that he's walking, the New York streets, you know, it's all fake.
Yeah. But
It's
in
literally
London.
set. It's London.
It's
it was
a fake set, so he
the
controls
same.
everything.
The same place they filmed Star Wars.
Yeah.
Literally.
So he fixed everything. So all the shit. Oh no, he couldn't do that. That's just the establishment that's there. No. It's all fake.
But I remember when that movie was filming, it was like filming for 2 years. Like it was long. Like they even had to go back for reshoots because apparently Harvey Keitel filmed half the movie and he was replaced by Sidney Pollack, who dropped the
That
ball.
was Keitel's role.
That was Keitel. He was fired because
Well, he was a cunt apparently.
He told us because Keitel came to speak to one of my acting classes once, and he said, "Director gave me a fucking line reading," and I said, "Don't give me fucking line readings. She was killed in the gut." Fucking Harvey Keitel. I didn't know I did a Harvey Keitel.
But
impression. So he
What was his issue?
he didn't like when the director says, "No, say it like this." A lot
But
of
he's the
actors get
director.
mad
Yeah,
when you
it's his
tell
movie.
an actor how to say something. It's like, "Fuck you! Don't tell me no fucking dick." They had to reshoot the whole thing. It caused
God
fucking
damn.
Tom Cruise to get a divorce because he had to see his wife again.
Aha, that's funny.
But I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna watch that movie.
Oh, it's a trip.
because I remember you had told me about it first, and I watched it.
Eyes Wide Shut is very
Yeah,
good.
and,
I've watched
and
a
there was
lot
that
of-
other one, A Cure for Wellness. You remember that shit?
Have you ever seen
They're
the
different
old
movies.
pictures of
No,
the
they are.
Rothschild party?
Yeah, no.
The ones with the deers and the
the
animals.
reference for that party. I've seen all that, dude.
No, is he?
No. He delves into other conspiracies.
Well, you're gonna love this. This is you love
this
Yeah?
stuff,
Well, this is the king of them.
dude. This stuff.
Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide
Kubrick,
Shut is the king of them.
9/11, all the amount of hours in the 2000s that I've spent in these wormholes. I don't know how the hell I could function in society.
You're right. And something else. He died like Heath Ledger. He filmed the movie while he was editing. He died.
Yeah, but
Oh,
So
shit.
the movie that is
there's a part that you missed though.
there's a part cut out of that movie.
No. There's a part that you failed to mention.
Oh.
His version of it, whatever, he screened it. He screened it for the producers, for all that stuff.
And they
okay?
said, no, don't put this.
No. We don't know what they said.
Yeah.
But what we know that's on record from people that were there was that when it was done, they stormed out. They went to him, and he had a whole yelling match. They went crazy on him, and he was like, "No, fuck you. This is my movie. What's in my contract?
And how the fuck did he die?
What's in my?" And I think he had what's that thing? Final Cut. He had Final Cut.
Yeah, because
So-
he's Stanley Kubrick. Because this is not a young director. This guy already reached Oscar level.
Yeah. So
So
Final
you
Cut,
don't tell him what to do.
Final Cut means that in your contract, The movie doesn't matter what the producers say. The movie releases the way your cut is, the way you decide how the cut is going to be. So they were going crazy on him. Okay, so you
Test
can't release,
audiences
you
don't
can't
like the ending. Too bad.
Yeah, yeah.
It's my vision.
So essentially, after that, a few days later, a week later, he dies, and then they went back to the drawing board. They redid some scenes, and they took out apparently not a lot, maybe 13 minutes, but that was the part that they took that really was controversial. Now people could say, oh, maybe it was just too graphic or whatever. But if that's the case, then why have we never seen this print?
How come the director's cut or extra footage or bonus features never came out? Because the subject matter is so freaky.
From my research,
Hidden world of shit.
from my research, and it doesn't mean it's valid. The theory was that when they have the mansion scene, he showed them the elites raping kids, or he alluded to the fact that they were after children.
And they like take out this.
Take this out. They go, don't even let people.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
that's probably the most reasonable answer.
Yeah, that's what it's the most
Because
reason, but it might be wrong.
everybody is normal. People are normal people in the world. So a normal studio exec would still be turned off by this.
Exactly.
So
maybe not. No, I'm not saying they showed graphic stuff. I think they allude. Like maybe they have kids that they're walking.
You know,
into a room
we
or
have
something.
$300 million on this movie right now.
Yeah.
Where people are insured. Kansas is not going to buy tickets for this.
Yeah, or it would just start a whole problem because people
Makes
people are
more
like,
sense.
wait a second, what are these elites up to? And they start burning shit down.
Well, that's why I almost lost my mind back in March, April, May. Bro, I went into that whole, even June, into that whole rabbit hole of the elites fucking enslaving children, kidnapping them, all kinds of crazy
I
shit,
think the
bro.
term elites is the problem. Because who are we talking about?
Yeah.
Well,
it's such a broad term.
It's such a broad term, and
Yeah.
technically speaking, hockey players are elites at their
yeah.
field.
Is it the
Yeah,
1%?
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm a goddamn elitist
rich
when it comes to
person? Yeah.
podcasting and stand up.
Yeah, no, literally.
No, but you know what I mean by the elites. I mean like the fucking people that run the show.
I know
rich
what you
people?
mean, but yeah,
Yeah.
the
people-
bankers?
yeah.
What?
Who is it?
Pharmaceutical companies? Who are the elites?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Basically, anybody wearing a tuxedo because they own one, not because they rented one.
That's funny.
That's an elite. I own a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, moving on to number
All
two.
right, so conspiracies about the royal family that we completely drifted off from,
as usual,
So this one's an opposite of another one.
right?
what is this? Number 2 is a plot to kill the USA by planting Prince Harry in Los Angeles. That's a dumb one because Los Angeles is dying.
They're still
Well,
not over the fact.
I don't know why
that,
he wrote L.A., but I mean America. It's the vice versa of
Well,
Meghan Markle.
Well, how would he overthrow America? They're doing. He's not the reason why. China's the reason why America's down. China infiltrated the U.S.
He did the military. Let's not forget that.
I like him.
He's a likable character.
Yeah, seems like a nice kid.
I didn't like that when he was a teenager. He decided I'm putting on a Nazi uniform for Halloween. That was kind of weird because he's wearing like the type of SS uniform a prince could buy. So it's really, really, really legit.
Yeah. And considering the ties that the royal
Like,
family
bro,
had,
how
to
the hell were you
Nazis?
raised? Even at 16, I don't care. You know that it's not right to be wearing this.
Well, I think Guido. I think you're looking at this wrong. Why are you so aggressive? I mean, his relatives, his older ones, were big fans of Nazis. They supported. He was just trying to show his
There's
family,
literally
I
a
got your back,
photograph.
guys.
There's literally a photograph of his grandmother holding up this.
Yeah, exactly. He
Yeah.
was like,
I feel uncomfortable that I just did it
he's-
almost.
You're just
I-
hailing a cab. He's like, well, wait, I'm a bad guy. I just love my grandma.
Yeah, but you know, obviously,
He was like, dude, back in the day, also in the
kids
90s
do
and the
stupid
2000s.
things. Kids do stupid things,
No.
because he also does so much for the soldiers that are all
Yeah,
fucking
he's a
cripples.
nice guy. It's
his
just-
Invictus games, literally for the kids that lost their arms in battle. He does the Olympics for them. Like, oh, go run on a wooden leg.
You go through, even when you start comedy, you see it a lot at open mics, you're looking to be edgy. And a lot of, especially Halloween parties back in the day, kids are like, oh, I'm going to have the edgiest costume.
Yeah, I got
They're
it.
not doing it to hurt
He-
someone. It's just, they're like, no one's going to see this coming.
Yeah, yeah. There's
Yeah.
5 Freddy Kruegers, but wait till they see this. I got it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not saying, Prince always dressed up like a goddamn Nazi. I'm saying I don't think it reflects his intentions as a human being. He seems like a nice kid.
Wait till you see his brother become king. Wait till you see the animosity.
Wait, isn't he the older one? Oh yeah, but he left. He left the royal family.
No. He's the youngest one, and he's like, it goes through William's family before it even gets to him. He's like 6 or 7, so he knew he would have never gotten it. He's like Prince Andrew. He knew they wouldn't even come close. It's now literally a toss-up between Charles and William, if they decide to skip Charles or not.
Oh, they can decide to skip Charles.
But it's at the point where William now already has enough power to knight somebody. Like when Rod Stewart got Sir Rod Stewart, it wasn't the Queen that did this. It was William.
I didn't know that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think he would knight me?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I
bet
fucking
you he's
shank
a- I
him.
bet,
I am the king now. I have bested you in combat.
So
You
weird.
take it as a duel?
We forget. Okay, when I had a photo op with Justin Trudeau as Prime Minister, not as a.
It wasn't a photo op. It was a gay orgy, and you guys took photos.
We were actually part of a frottage club.
What's a frottage?
What's a
Explain.
frottage club?
I don't know. I think we're rubbing our dicks together in the same jack off.
We were trying to make fire in the forest.
I don't know.
How funny would that be if they catch them sword fighting? And it's like, what are you guys doing? We're trying to make fire in the forest. You both have lighters.
This is what Mr. Miyagi taught me.
Yeah.
So
Friction with the
Well,
dog.
that is how you do light a fire.
that's also how you light a cock.
That's yeah.
So
Really?
I
I've never masturbated like this.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to try. So when I asked Justin for a split second, I said, don't let Trump push you around. And he said, not a chance. But his body language was so confident in that. And then it occurred to me, I'm like, goes back to my whole how powerful they are. Let's not forget that if ever there's a problem between USA and Canada or something, they always call Big Brother the Brits.
Do they?
They do?
Well, yeah, they can, because I
I don't remember that.
Something tells me, as much as everyone's allies, come on, it's like Risk. They're everybody's allies, but they're not. But they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Risk. I want to play again.
It is a great game.
I used to be very good at it. I used to make alliances with people.
There was also Axis and Allies.
I never got to play that.
It's not the same. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so that's it. So whatever.
All right, well, what's the number one thing?
All right, number one.
Number one conspiracy about the Royal Family.
We came up with this one.
The royals began the pandemic to distract the media from discussion Prince Andrew's friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, that's a powerful one. That is a powerful
Yes,
one.
we picked a good number one. So you guys remember when that whole thing, when the pandemic began?
What's the pandemic? When did that happen? I don't know
I
that.
think
Nobody remembers that.
But I really, the world stopped, and this is all we talk about.
We have 2 weeks to flatten that curve.
And all we talk, even flattening the curve. I used to associate flattening the curve with the grades in a report card. Now every time I hear flattening the curve, it's like a pandemic.
So
It's like the word ground zero. Ever since 9/11, ground zero means something else.
So the theory is, what you guys
Yes.
are saying is that because there was so much heat on him for banging underage girls,
Yes.
Yeah, and he was clearly in that interview
they called China and they said, "Listen to me, Ching Ching, release the virus." I'm like, no, it's very dangerous.
That's Japanese.
I know. I don't know how to do accents. No, it's not very dangerous.
Hey,
Hey, Rocker here, back boy.
Yeah. It's not very dangerous.
Don't do this.
Oh,
No,
don't-
not that.
Oh, I don't care how dangerous it is. You release it now. They're trying to release photos of me banging underage broads.
Hey, be a man.
Yeah,
Do the
exactly.
right thing.
Yeah.
while squatting.
Yeah, bro. Did you know Chinese are the only ones that can squat ass to grass and stay like that comfortable?
Bro, that's how they smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Jealous. You're jealous.
I can't do that. My knees, first of all, my knees
Well,
creak
no, you
like
have
an
to get
old
a
board.
different-
450 pounds, bro.
You have to
Wow.
make sure the dildo's really stuck to the floor when you do that, bro. When you
I
squat.
knew you were gonna say
So
that.
this is not true. For the record, this was an accident that escaped from the lab in
Yes,
China.
of course. No.
But it is a good theory because we kind of stopped talking about him being a fucking sex predator, which he is. So it did work, but I think it was just a happy accident.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
So
interesting
once
to
the
think about
pandemic
it.
happened, the royal family went.
Yes.
Yes.
Marvelous.
Or as they
Yes.
do, like this.
Yes, marvelous. Yes, they helped us. Thank you. Yip,
Yeah.
yip.
Would you have sex with Queen Elizabeth II right now just so you could say you fucked the Queen even though she's 90?
He'd
Yeah.
fuck her
I think
even
I
if
would
he
too.
couldn't
I'd
say
have-
it.
I think if somebody made a hole in this wall, I think I'd fuck it. Just to say I fucked the wall.
That's glorious.
That was a good top 10.
Oh, well, we have the half.
Oh, we have the
And
half. We have the half.
bonus.
Oh, it's
We
not
have the
over.
half.
Bonus number.
We have the half. It's
5
not
and a half.
over.
Here's
It's
the
not
half
over.
and the half of the secret Royal Family Conspiracies. There it is.
Hey, Her Majesty is an alien lizard. David Icke in the house. Okay. There are people who say that.
Yes.
And that's a little crazy.
In David
Of
Icke's
course.
defense, he's actually backed away from that a little bit.
Yeah, well, he backed away from it with me. He did not want to discuss it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he definitely is backing away from it because I think that's an absurd theory.
He's changing the narrative now.
Well, I think you could say metaphorically these people are like lizards. They're like
His whole concept started around the same time the TV show V started.
he might have been influenced.
He was influenced by that 100%.
I understand why some people might say that too, because they don't act like regular human beings, because they have a whole like
the shape shifting.
It's the videos where you see Beyonce's eye becoming like a cat.
That's bullshit though. That's
I
fucking
know.
the
That's what we're
camera.
saying. That's what
Yeah,
we're
you
saying.
know what I mean. That's
What
the
I-
camera.
what I-
They did the same thing with Justin Bieber when he was in fucking court or whatever, shit like that. Oh, he's a lizard.
Yeah, it's all
I look at
idiots.
David Icke exactly the same way I look at a successful comedian. This guy talks on a microphone from town to town and fills up theaters.
Yeah, well, he's
There's
not
no
a bad guy.
There's no difference. He looks like a nice guy. There's no difference between what he does and what I do.
Seeing as how I know him personally, I'm telling you, he's a very nice guy.
Except, right. And I think you're a good judge of character.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have evil intentions. That's why I think he's pulling away from the lizard stuff, because he probably knows, okay, that was crazy. However, I was right about the elites not giving a fuck about us and taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very rational way of looking at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He said maybe the whole lizard thing's too extreme, but what they're doing is still wrong.
It's still wrong, exactly.
Yeah.
Because, like, Trudeau or, I don't know, say Biden right now. Biden's not a lizard, right? But fucking over his country by not giving them the money he promised or raising the minimum wage, but then bombing other countries, that's objectively evil.
Or knowing about the weapons of mass destruction, or knowing they don't exist, but
And
still
then
going
bombing
to bomb.
them, that shit's evil. Yeah, the Bush stuff, that shit's evil. That shit's evil, whether they're reptiles or not. They're not, but they're not reptiles. That's absurd.
And that's why they work so well, conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Because you take a little bit of truth and you mix it in.
Yeah, that's what conspiracies are. That's
And
why
that's
when you're doing digging, when I say investigate, like when
Yeah.
I thought I did research, all that for years, it wasn't to fill my head up with every conspiracy. It was to look at all of them, the common
And the different
denominator.
angles.
Yeah, and you dig deep until you find something. You're like, okay, this in reality makes sense. You get it?
Yeah.
Like the whole they wanted to kill 9/11. What I learned by going through everything was that it was a bigger picture. It wasn't because we want to watch Americans die. That wasn't why. It was because we need to get in there so we can make a shit ton of money, like Halliburton and all that.
He was probably blown up and killed in the Tora Bora Mountains 2 weeks after 9/11. He was probably killed in that.
Oh yeah, that's another thing is you look at the Osama bin Laden videos.
but then they
when it was a
figured-
different bin Laden dude. They recast bin Laden at one point.
because that first bombing, like 2 weeks after 9/11 of the Afghanistan mountains, he probably died in that.
You know what's funny?
And then they said, well, no, we got to milk this cow. Like the pandemic. They've probably...
because they had a video, the first video that we saw of him.
There is a pandemic. But
Yeah.
are they taking advantage of let's
course,
make
of
money
course.
now?
Always.
Yes.
Of course.
But like the first video I remember of bin Laden was the first time I ever saw him was the fake one. It was the fat bin Laden. You remember
Obama with
this?
a beard.
Yeah, it was the fat one, and he was the one saying all the crazy shit. And the real bin Laden, apparently, when he found out, he's like, "What the fuck is this shit? These guys are going hardcore on me." So
He's
that
like
was
6'8".
They recast him, bro. They recast. him. Think about how, because it's all a show.
That's nuts.
And then when I found out, it took years to find out about Silverstein, the guy who owned the buildings.
Silverstein owned the lease of
Yeah.
the World Trade Center.
And he put out, I think a week or two before it happened.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Pull out insurance specifically for terrorist attack and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And then he tried to cash in twice because he said, "Well, it's two separate planes."
And World Trade
It's
Center
two
7
separate
fell
attacks.
at 5 p.m.
All that shit is suspicious, right? So that's the kind of stuff I look into. Now, is
I
it
saw that
lizards? No, all it
of course
shows is something we already knew: is that people are very evil when they a lot of people when they
Give
get power,
you get,
and they're willing to fuck over their own mother for $1, for power, more power, whatever it is, and that's what we saw there.
It's an addiction,
Yeah.
like anything else.
Also, Osama bin Laden. This is
Was
how you
trained by USA.
This is how you know that it's all fabrication. He wasn't on the FBI's most wanted list when 9/11 happened. He was there since the bombing in the 90s.
No, the USS Cole, the one in the 1993 World Trade
Yeah.
Center was not Bin Laden.
No. Since the 90s, they wanted him. He bombed
The
some
USS
American
Cole
base.
was
in,
the bombing of the USS Cole was they literally dynamited the boat and they went into the boat.
Yeah,
that
it was a
maybe
suicide
a
bomb
year or
into-
two, and the Clinton administration had given a warning to the Bushes about that guy.
But listen to this now. In July or August of that year, so September 11th happened, but 2-3 months before, you know who was in a CIA hospital in Pakistan getting treated and was visited by CIA agents? Our friend Osama bin Laden.
Oh shit.
So this is what fucks with me. You're treating him in your hospital, you're helping him. he's still on the America's Most
Yeah,
Wanted
why is
list.
he of value to you?
But he's on the Most Wanted list. So
Yeah.
since you're with him, why don't you arrest him?
Yeah. Well, that's because it's
Because his job
it's
wasn't done yet. Just like Metal
classified.
Gear Solid, bro. It's all
Classified.
It's
God.
all
And-
spy versus
and-
spy backwards. It's all bullshit.
The reason I don't dig too much or go even deeper and stuff like that is because I'm never going to get the result. And
Never,
why
never.
stress myself out?
yeah, all it did was bring me stress.
You know,
Well,
like
the-
your grandmother's happy. You know why? She doesn't know a lot.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me last
So
year.
I
bro.
don't mind. I don't think it's being hidden from me. I think sometimes the intention of it being classified is so you don't panic.
But then again, I'm so into this shit, so into Metal Gear Solid. I still see it as theater in general.
It is theater. And that's what, before he was hanged, what Saddam Hussein was saying out loud, he was saying, what you're seeing is theater. He literally said, what George Bush is doing is theater.
It was theater. Yeah, he was right.
That's
about
what-
that.
that's what he
By the
was-
way, that was weird at the time. I remember we were kids in high school and
Watching
we're
this guy get
watching
hanged on TV.
A live beheading.
Yeah.
I remember.
And then I got to go watch fucking, what's his name? Jeff Ross get killed in fucking,
I remember being young and thinking.
Gaddafi.
And I remember, and this is, I wasn't mature enough, but I remember thinking,
it's not right.
this is not the way this century should go. Like, this is something that I read about in history books. We're publicly hanging someone and broadcasting it like we're proud of it. It doesn't matter what the crime is. Like, you don't have to broadcast it. Like, it's just weird that we're broadcasting it to everyone as news.
It's how can you control the masses?
Yeah,
It was
that
his
was,
own-
that was very strange.
I remember when that U.S. Bush Gore year 2000 election was happening. I remember smoking weed with my friend, and I'm like, I don't know why I have anxiety right now. If the other guy wins, I have anxiety. And I didn't know that what I was doing was feeling that the world's going to change. I'm not saying because I thought it would happen. I'm saying I knew there was something was different.
You killed innocent Americans.
Yeah, but it's crazy, bro. Like, that's why I had gone a bit fucking.
There's an
Like,
entire
like-
generation, your generation, which was just, this was thrown in their face when they were the most sponges.
Yeah.
You were the age of being the most of a sponge to absorb.
Well,
And
the
this
first
shit
time I
was
saw
thrown in your
beheadings
face.
was my buddy Veron's house. Had went over.
I've never
This
watched
is
one, never will.
back when he was in Bloomfield. This was we were kids there, and he's like, "Yo, look at what I found." And then we go up his computer, and it was just there. It was a beheading, like they caught like a Western or whatever.
A guy working
and
on the
bro,
oil.
it made you. It changed. It made you feel. You never felt that weird.
Well,
Watching that
yeah, I
makes you
had
feel terrible. Like you don't know what to do, cry, whatever.
To this day, a good friend of mine, whose father was a butcher, is still traumatized by the slaughter of a pig he witnessed when he was a kid. So imagine,
Yeah,
human
I had seen a lot of videos like that as a teenager too. Like there's one that I can't forget, bro. It was in Mexico. They caught this kid stealing, and they basically he was sitting on the floor. They had given him a beating, and then somebody just comes and shoots him in the head, and then he
and you're
dies.
seeing execution style, right?
Yeah,
in front of you.
execution
Oh my
style,
God. I can't
and
see
then
that.
they grab machine guns, bro. Shooting
Oh,
him
yeah, yeah,
until
yeah.
his head explodes. They
I
decapitated.
can't
Bro,
unsee
insane
that.
shit.
Yeah.
I can't unsee that shit.
Yeah,
I
it's
won't-
in my memory forever.
Well, this took a dark turn.
Oh,
Darkness. Well,
look at my face.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this wonderful episode of The
Always
Intellectuals.
lovely to be here. Yes, we're twisting those testicles.
You mean tits?
Thank you again for the theme music. I love it.
So don't forget, head on over to patreon.com/Pantelis for exclusive content. Yes, thanks again to ORCHAD. What else? You don't have to.
Patreon.com/Pantelis.
Yes.
Don't
Deep
forget Deeposign69 on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description for Guido and for our man Poseidon. Follow them, touch them, listen to them, share. Tell your friends all about this. Yeah, it's quiet.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Peace out, motherfuckers.